me too. The crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild. They needed that. It's a good run. Good run. It's been held down. They're all offside.
Play league or what?
Push the winger out of the way. He's been brought down. Last tackle coming up. Half time.
Oh yeah! Play league or what? We've got the pre-show for the grand final happening for the Cook Islands Rugby League, and we're excited.
Oh, I can't believe it. It's on, guys.
Big ups to my bro here, Mata.
Big ups, guys.
Now, I go away for a few weeks. What happened? What happened? I left this place nice and tidy, and it's a mess. It's a mess. What happened to Avachu? Last year's champs, I believe.
Oh, yep.
What happened to Avachu? Good news story about Bulldogs, I have to say.
Yep.
But what happens to the Bulldogs?
What happened to the Bulldogs?
What happened to the Bulldogs? Can you explain any of this, Mata? Can you explain any of this?
Yes, just briefly, I'll just summarise. 2 weeks ago, defending champions Avachu Eels took on the High Flyers Titikavaka Bulldogs in do or die semi-final. Bulldogs prevailed, win to the Bulldogs, and then the Bulldogs progressed on to last weekend to take on the Arorangi Bears for a place in the final, but unfortunately the Bears very strong.
Too strong, eh?
Yeah.
All right, so there we have it. We're going to talk more.
We're going to talk more about it.
We'll talk more about that, but we've just summed up the last
2 weeks.
2 weeks to that.
Yeah.
So even though I was away,
He was away.
I was keeping an eye on the the local footage.
Yeah.
So thank you to Chrissy for stepping in and taking over. But you guys done a great job.
Thank you. Keeping on top. Actually, a number of the fans have been wondering where you've been.
Well,
I said you're on location.
Well, let me tell you. Where's our camera work? Where's my camera work? Can you focus in on my hat?
Oh.
So me and a couple of good friends, we decided to go check out Magic Round. He already knows it. He already knows it. But you'll be surprised to know, Mata, that a lot of people don't actually know what that is. You know. So just quickly, it's an NRL concept. I believe it was born during COVID. Right. So during COVID, you couldn't travel and so someone decided to have all the games at one location due to COVID restrictions.
Yeah.
They saw the success of it and decided to make it a thing. So every 8th or 9th round of NRL, they've continued this little sort of idea, and they call it Magic Round.
Round.
So all 8 games, which would normally be spread out, maybe one in Melbourne, one in Auckland, a couple in Sydney, maybe one in North Queensland, they bring them all to Suncorp. And when I heard and understood this concept, I was like, I gotta go. So this has been about a 12-month planning.
Really?
Like we've been planning this for 12 months because you got to get tickets first of all, which is hard to get. You got to get flights organised. You got to get accommodation. So I had a magical time. I don't want to go on too much about it, but I will be going again. It is that good.
It's that good, eh?
Yeah, and it's either going to be an annual event for me or a biannual. We might go every 2 years or 1 year. We'll just see. But the cream of the crop for me, being a Waz fan, was the dramatic game between them and the North Queensland Cowboys. I'm not sure if you saw that game, but that was where we all lost our voice. We were screaming like the coach could hear us. We were screaming like they could hear us, but they couldn't hear us, and it was just an amazing. So just quickly, Warriors were up 18. Some just sitting pretty, I'm like the man. What you got? And then of course the Cowboys crept up, and in the last 60 seconds they could have taken the game, but the Warriors defense held up, and so they walked away with the W. So after that we were just very happy people. Very happy.
Up the Waz.
So Waz are looking good. They're currently second on the table, second to the Bulldogs. So they're looking good, but we're not celebrating just yet. We're not lighting those cigars just yet.
Long way to go.
But we're very happy with our current position.
Nice.
Now, Mata, give us a quick update on your Tigers.
West Tigers? Turn it up, Tigers. 2 wins in a row. Then they ran into a wall last week against the Melbourne Storm.
Wait, what happened? Was that 64 something?
Yeah, 64 something. I don't want to name that number.
Yeah.
But picked the Storm on a bad day.
Maybe
Right?
just an off day for the Tigers.
Off day, and I think the Storm lost the week before to the Raiders at Golden Point.
Okay.
And that's not acceptable to Craig Bellamy and the boys.
Nah.
We paid the price.
No, I saw that game. I saw that game. In fact, I've got a little fun fact for you. So I flew from Raro to Sydney.
Yep.
Had an overnighter there, and then I flew from Sydney to Brisbane. And on my flight were your Tigers.
Hey! Oh, let's go Tigers.
I was a bit of a shy guy.
Hey!
I could have done some photos and all that. I was like, no, I'm just going to maintain.
no.
That's what we do.
Oh, keep cool.
But I did do the, because they were behind me. So I did the, I did the,
Little sneaky selfie
I
at the
did
back.
the old sneaky, guess who, so Luai, he's smaller than me, just amazes me. He's a skinny thing, but man, he's such a dominant player, but his frame is really small, which is bizarre. And then of course the forwards came through and they were all built like this, So anyway,
good experience.
So I got to ride a plane with your
The
Tigers,
up the West Tigers.
rocking my Warriors gear.
All right. It's none of that.
Refocus. So there you go. That's my little summary. So that's my reason for not going. And I'll say this, Mata. You know how we had that little discipline break?
Yes.
I'm looking for the silver lining here. If we didn't have that break, I would have missed the local grand final.
I see.
Just trying to be positive because I was
That's a
committed.
positive.
I was committed to the Magic Round. So because it got bumped out a week, here we are.
There we are. Grand
So
final.
I'm just gonna say it was just meant to be.
We're meant to be, guys. Yeah, the league gods have spoken.
Yeah. Brother, you're gonna have to reconsider Magic Round, bro.
I'm looking into that now.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
hyped.
talk off
We'll
here.
talk more about
We'll
it.
talk off here. Okay, bring it back to the local league.
Bring it back, guys.
Woo, Usa. Okay, let's go to where it all happens, down in the juniors. All right, so we've got the under 12s. Have you got a list there?
Yep. So last weekend we had a split round. We had our men's premier game out in Arorangi on the Friday. Mm-hmm. Yep. So we'll hit that first. Yeah. Oh, so shall we just go to the juniors on Saturday?
I think let's do the juniors.
Yeah. Let's pump up the juniors. Let's give them some love.
Let's go backwards.
Yeah,
Let's do Saturday.
Yeah.
And then we'll flip back, do Back to the Future and do the Friday.
Yeah. Let's give the juniors some love.
So we have who playing who?
So last Saturday we had the under 12s, under 14s, and under 16s clashing at the stadium.
Yep.
They had the stadium all to themselves.
Lucky.
Amazing.
Lucky.
Beautiful day out with the parents, the trainers, the kids. So under 12s, under 14s, under 16s. And I believe we got some footage on some of those.
Yes, we do. We have the Eels taking on the Bears combo with the Sea Eagles.
Sea Eagles.
All right, so let's check that out.
Beautiful day. Beautiful.
Female.
There's 5 tackles in there. There she goes. Keen to win.
Is it only the 12 that we allow the girls to play? Do we allow them to play the Oh, actually, sorry, yes, they're in the ball. It's good to see that they're getting a ball. Steamroller. Nice catch. Offload.
Oh, I missed it. Oh no, he's got it.
So some extra long footage there.
Wow, bonus footage.
That was a whole 2 minutes. But we got to give them some love.
Yeah.
We all know that that's where it all starts. Obviously, some skills needs to be refined there. But I think the fact that they're on the field, on the paddock, we love that.
Full credit, kids, parents, great stuff. Good to see them out there. Yeah, there are a few skills to be learned, but superstars. These kids are going to be superstars.
Alrighty, so let's jump to the 14s.
Yep.
Now, this is
got
the
the 14s.
Bears and Eels. Now, does this win? Sorry, does the result of this determine whether they're in the final?
I have a feeling both of these teams might be already into the final next week.
So it's a bit of a consolation.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
Okay.
just a head out.
Well, let's just watch.
Let's have a look at the footage.
Let's check out the footage, and you guys can decide for yourself.
Speed.
Alright, so there's some footage there of the 14s. I'm a little biased because I do have my son playing in there for Avatu, but there's great football.
Oh, it's great stuff. Yeah, good to see the kids out there. You see the difference between the 12s and the 14s a little bit, eh? Like,
Yeah, very much so, very much so. We don't have any scores for some reason.
the score for that.
Our score department needs a sack, but we're going to call that a draw
Hey.
because they're both in the final.
Yeah,
How did that happen?
they should be into the final.
What was that? Just like a warm-up game?
Just a warm up.
Ooh, risking injury? I mean, I don't know.
No. Get them, keep them coming, keep them fit.
Okay. Well, people above my pay grade said that they need to play. They need to play, so they played. So anyway, that's what you can expect for
Next-
at the final.
for
Well, we're
this
going to talk
weekend.
more about that.
Yep.
We're gonna talk more. So let's now break to some footage for the 16s.
Oh, and this 16s is actually a semi-final.
Okay.
Yeah, so the winner of this game will go into the grand final this weekend.
So you'll see some passion in this
Yeah,
one.
you're gonna see some passion.
All right. So let's not talk about the result,
No,
but
say
let's
anything.
let's get to the footage.
Here's over the attack.
You can see these guys running with 30%.
Little dive game, that one.
Alrighty, so there you have it. Some action there for the under 16s.
Yep.
We don't have the score, but do we know who won?
Yes, I believe the Arorangi Bears won that game and progressed to this week's grand final.
So a bit of disappointment there for the Seagulls.
Yeah, a bit of disappointment.
I could tell the crowd was getting into that game.
Oh, crazy crowd down there.
But yeah, unfortunately not able to get the W. So that's where their season comes to a close. And Arorangi continue and progress.
The GF.
Alright, so there you go. That's the junior grades pretty much summed up. And once we get to the grand final information, we'll talk more about that. But now we're going to go back in time.
Oh, back to the future.
We're going to go back to the future, and we're going to watch. We're going to talk about the footage from Friday.
Yes.
Against Bulldogs, taking on Arorangi. And this is a do or die.
This was a do or die game with the winner progressing to the grand final this weekend, and loser done for the season.
Yeah, so this is there's a lot riding on this particular game. So let's check it out. For those who missed out, just like myself, let's check out the footage.
Oh, this big sign. Here's another try.
This is a perfect spot for the camera. Highlight reel there. the old catch and dotted down guy. Oh, beautiful. So do we have a score on that particular game?
Yeah, we got a final score. Arorangi Bears 20, Tupapa Bulldogs 4.
So if you look at that footage, it looked a lot closer.
It looked a lot closer. From what I remember, Arorangi got out early, got to an 8-0 lead early. And as we've seen this season, the Dogs have been slow starters, and they just couldn't catch up. They had 4 or 5 turnovers and chances to score, but just couldn't convert. 20 points to 4, final score.
So I was going to say, it looked and sounded like there was a massive crowd there.
Oh, huge crowd. Standing room only. A lot of fans from Tupapa came down to cheer their team, and I think the whole of Arorangi was down there too. So
excellent,
packed.
Excellent stuff. That just shows that there's some love and some passion for the sport. Eh?
Oh yeah, they love it. It's great to see.
Excellent. So what we're going to do now, I don't think we've done this on the show yet, Mata, but we're actually going to feature a post-match interview from each captain. All right. So first of all, let's hear from the captain from the Bulldogs.
I think I can't say much about today. We went out there, we tried our best. A few errors went our way, but at the end of the day, they could only one winner. And bigs up to Arorangi and wish them all the best for next week. But yeah, I think overall, as the club, as the team, we didn't expect to come this far. We had a goal at the beginning of the year, which was to win. If we could win one game, we try to win for another, a second, a third, and then, I mean, yeah, still grateful and still proud of the effort of the boys for us for making it this far. We didn't expect to come this far, but hey, we're here now, and I know our supporters is behind us, even though we let them down today, but you could see the environment around us with blue and white right around. That just gives us more motivation to be a lot better for the future. But I think, yeah, just a proud of to how far we have come. But it could not happen without the people behind the scene, from our president, his team behind, and not forgetting our coach. Our coach, man, he sacrificed so much he sacrificed so much this year, and to get us this far, and also to beautiful partner Matt, our manager, for doing all the hard yard. But yeah, just grateful to make it this far. But yeah, that's all I can say. Pretty much.
And one final shout out for your supporters and sponsors.
Yeah, just big shout out. Not forgetting our sponsors. Our sponsors from Billy's, Mona San, Tinanko, our MP, Sonny Williams, and yeah, just the people behind the scene that pulled some of the boys down, Arorangi. But yeah, big shout out, and yeah, keep supporting us. It's not the end.
All right, thank you.
All right, there you have it. That's some nice words there from the captain from the Bulldogs. What's our brother's name?
I think that's Captain Timothy Tangirere.
Man, well done.
Oh, a lot of pride coming out of there from the captain, eh? Well done.
Can't help but agree with everything he said. I think for them, they would take that as a success.
Oh, successful season all around for the Bulldogs team, management, club, fans. Like he was saying, they looked for one win and then a second win, and they got themselves into the major semi-final. Well done.
So lots to build on for next season, eh?
Yeah, they're going to come back stronger next season.
I think so.
I think that experience will help them a lot.
Excellent. So well done to the Bulldogs. Now let's hear from the captain from the Arorangi Bears.
Yeah, again, just want to congratulate our country brothers from Tupapa Bulldogs, not only for today but for the season. They started off the season with a big win against us, and today it just showed that we wanted it a bit more. We were 1-0 before this game, so coming into this game today on home ground, the pressure was on us. And just glad of the boys' performance today. They were able to dig deep and come through with the win for our home supporters.
You are one more win away from winning the competition. However, what stands between you guys is the undefeated Tupapa Panthers. Tell us, what are your guys' plans to finally topple the giants of this year's competition?
Yeah, we know Tupapa, they have all the experience in this end of the season. They are well experienced, well coached team. So for us to get over them, look, we've done it before. There's no reason that I see that we can't get it done again. But that just comes down to, like I mentioned last week, a little 1%, effort on the mistakes and all that. We clean up our errors, and I think we should put up a better game than we have been all season against them. But that's credit to them for, like I said, being the benchmark team this year. So we look forward to the challenge ahead for us.
All right, and shout out to your guys, Arorangi community, for coming out today in numbers.
Yeah, for sure. Home ground, we couldn't have asked for a better semi-final venue for us. Definitely felt the love, for both teams. It wasn't just our supporters out here today. It was, a good mixture of our supporters and our country brothers, Tupapa supporters. So again, look, without our supporters being out here, it just kind of feels like you're doing it all for nothing. So knowing that we have our community backing us, it just gives us that extra edge to do what we love to do.
All right, so that's our boy Andrew, our Capitan from the Arorangi Bears. Could be some chatter about joining up with the Perth Bears. What do you reckon?
Hey, we'll turn it up, the Bears.
You heard it. You heard it here. I just thought I'd plant that little seed, put that out to the universe. Perth Bears, if you're looking for some players, we might have some players for you out there in Arorangi. But well done to Andrew. He leads from the front. He's solid player, just solid player all around, and well spoken there. Any comments from him?
No, very good from Andrew. He recognises a very tough game, and they're going to have to go up another notch, at least for this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about that. Pump the brakes. But I will say this, bro. I want to give captains across the Cook Islands Rugby League. They're lifting up their game, and post-match interviews are part of the game. And I've seen some before, and they're terrible. They just grunt and they mumble and they look down and right? but they're well spoken. Their chest is out,
Yes.
and they're thanking their supporters and giving some actual feedback on the actual game. Oh, the boys did this. Oh, we could have worked on some really good stuff.
No,
so
very good, very
the level of interviewing has stepped up, and it's part of the game. If you watch the big fellas over there at the NRL, that's part of the game. So well done to all captains,
Well done, guys.
and big ups to our boy CB
CB.
for capturing the moment. I mean, let's face it, you just had a game and you're tired.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is talk in the camera,
Some guy asking you questions.
asking you questions, right? But the boys front up,
Yeah.
they step up and they did a great job. So well done. Well done to all captains
Well
who
done,
did a great job. Big shout out. Okay, now we've got a what's this? Is this the player of the?
Some
of the
mentions. Player of the round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
John Whittaker.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
John Whittaker.
No. We've got this player of the week, Henry.
We got our special mentions there.
Okay,
Yep.
so this is our special mentions for Henry Mateo, and we've got a highlight reel from his footage.
Let's go, Henry. Look at this guy. Oh, beautiful. Attack and defense. Look at them. They just kept trying to bomb him all day.
He's looking pretty safe back there, bro.
Yeah. Look at this another one. I think somebody did some homework, but it's not working. Oh, turn it up.
Hey, the man got skills.
Wow.
The man got skills. So congratulations, Henry is our MVP of the week, but we've got some special mentions.
So MVP of the week, of course, we just saw Henry Mateo. Beautiful stuff, Henry. Big ups. Attack, defense. It looked like they were just trying to bomb the hell out of him, but he caught every ball and ran it back with passion. And then we got special mentions for Tayo, James Strickland, and Sailosi Nagi. Our man Sai, the veteran.
Sailosi!
Big man.
All right, so congratulations, special mentions, and again, big ups to our bro Henry.
Too good, Henry.
Okay, now we're going to go to the John Whittaker Awards points tally. So I'm going to let you take the reins on this one.
So just updating our tally at the moment. John Whittaker Award. Every week we get those four players mentioned. They all get points.
Should we sort of focus on the top?
Let's just look at the top.
Look at our skills.
Top
mate.
five. We'll look at the top five.
Yep.
Leading the way, Captain Eric Newbingy, Panthers with 25 points. Sensational. Next, Mafu Kalas from the Panthers with 16. There's a bit of a gap developing here. Nathan Nobu from the Eels with 8. Tangi Akava, Bulldogs with 7. Oh, Eric leading the way.
So it looks like a bit of a Panther versus Panther.
Panther versus Panther.
Because the third place guy is Eels, who's not participating in the
more
grand
points.
final. So it's really out of those two.
Yeah.
So really, if Eric has a bad game, then Mafu might take it.
Mafu.
You might take it. So anyway, that's the standing for the John Whittaker Awards.
Captain Eric on
tally.
top.
Okay, now let's move on to the mini mods.
Turn it up this weekend. Just because it's grand final weekend, it doesn't mean we're not having the mini mods. The mini mods will come rain or shine. This Saturday, 10 a.m. down at the stadium. Get the kids down there. Basic skills, passing, learning, bring the parents. It's all good. Let's go mini mods nice and early.
All right, so get an early parents slash kids. It's not often you get to do this at the stadium.
Run around the field.
So take advantage of this, and should be a great day. I just hope the weather holds up.
It's been rough the last few days.
Have you put the order in to make sure the weather's...
The order is going out.
Okay, hopefully that comes through. But anyway, mini mods again on Saturday starting at 10.
Yeah, 10. Yep.
Okay, now let's get to
Grand finals.
Let's get to the big daddy. This is why we do this. This is why the teams train and
12 weeks of passion, training.
Go through all that stuff. All right, so let's start from the beginning.
So this weekend, of course, grand final weekend, and our under 12s will be kicking off at 11:20. Yes, we've got. Oh no, yeah, 11:20 still junior development, under 12s.
That's the 14s. That's the 14s.
Yeah, and then we'll move on to the 14s. 12:20. Yeah. Oh, what a grand final we've got here, ladies and gentlemen. Avachu Eels take on the Arorangi Bears / Muri Sea Eagles. Ooh.
So that's going to be... These teams just quietly don't really like each other. And so they have some good battles.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it comes down to this one. So I think they're both going to bring their A game.
Under pressure.
I think if Avachu take the Bears Sea Eagles lightly, they might get a nasty surprise. So let's see how that.
Let's see how that plays out. I can't pick it.
Can't pick that one. Okay, I'm gonna pick it.
Yep.
Because I'm allowed. I'm gonna pick the Avachu Eels. I think they'll string it together. The boys will smash it up. They've got some really good playmakers there. They like to defend. There's not too many holes in their game really. So if they just have a bad game, the other team will creep in. I believe that. Well, that's my take. Okay, let's move up to the 16.
16s, 1:20 down at the stadium. Avachu Eels take on the Arorangi Bears in the grand final.
Same kind of situation, bro. Same, very niggly.
Yeah, very niggly teams.
But the skill level for the 16s, I have to say, is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's very entertaining.
Very entertaining.
So you don't go into the car park for the 16s, bro. You
stay there.
You stay there for the 16s. You watch it. Do you have a pick?
I'll pick the Bears for this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give the Bears.
I'm gonna stick with the blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow
that
only.
I'm not sure. I am aware that some of the 14s assist the 16s for Avachu. I'm not sure if that's the case with Arorangi. Is that the case? Do you know? Not sure.
I haven't seen them. No.
Oh, okay. So I think the Arorangi Bears is a true under 16s team. Let's just face it. I think that's a true under 16s team. Yeah. The under 16s for Avachu, they don't have as many players, so they reach down to the 14s, and the 14s actually hold their own.
Yeah.
They actually hold their own. So that's going to be a tough game. But I actually think blue and yellow will come through on that one. So we'll wait and see.
Going for two blue and yellow.
I am. I'm a sad guy. Yeah. All right, now let's go to the 19s.
Under 19s kicking off at 2:30 down at the stadium. Oh, Avachu Eels take on Ngatangia Matavera Sea Eagles.
All right, I'm going to go first.
Yep.
I'm going to flip. I got to go with my nana on this one.
Hey.
I got to go out to Ngatangia. I think the Sea Eagles. I don't know. Well, they're the only Sea Eagles team in the finals, right? They're the only.
Yes.
There's no other Sea Eagle representation.
It's kind of
so the whole village is behind them.
Yeah.
The whole village.
Good call.
So I think they've got a lot of pressure.
Yep.
And they need to step up. So I'm going with the Sea Eagles. What about you?
I'll go for Eagles on this one as well. They'll be looking for a title here. The Eagles. This is a big opportunity.
But we're not saying in any way, form that the Eels are slouches. They'll probably want to make liars out of us. But it should be a great game. Yep. Again, 19s, bring the heat.
Bring it.
Okay, now the Big Daddy.
And then we step on to the 4 o'clock kickoff. After 12 weeks, training hard, playing every week. The boys have battled it through. Grand final day. Tupapa Panthers take on the Arorangi Bears at 4 p.m.
So, Tupapa have the luxury of having a break.
Yep, week off.
So, I don't know, they were getting massages or whether they were getting their nails done or, I don't know, getting their hair done. I don't know what they were doing. But I'm sure Coach Darren has got a strategy, right? He's got the week off. He would have come up with something to keep the boys...
Stay sharp, guys.
Keep them sharp. That's great wording. And so, Arorangi might be a little battered. From their game against Tupapa.
Yes.
But same thing. Recovery ice bath. Coach Dion will be, getting into their head, figuring out that we didn't come this far to lose. We didn't come this far, right? So Dion, he's pretty passionate, our boy.
Yeah.
So, are you ready to make a call?
Yeah. Okay. Let me give you a story on this first.
Okay.
Tupapa Panthers. Currently undefeated this season, asterisk draw with Avachu. Sensational, playing well. They lost the grand final last year, and they lost the grand final the year before that. And I think that stings. All Black coach Steve Hansen, he used to say at the end of the year when they lost, it felt like they had a rock under their pillow when they were sleeping the whole season. And I think they're coming out. They've got one mission here, is to take this title. On the Bears, battled away the whole season. They're the current Nines champions. They won this title 2 years ago. There's a couple of seasoned players in there. We're going to have a hell of a game. I think the Bears have got the tools, but can they keep the discipline? And my pick, I've got to swing to the Panthers. Yeah, if the Bears can get their discipline, we could see a boil over. But hell of a game coming up.
So that's great journalism there, brother.
Great journalism.
Great bit of history.
Yep.
So just to recap on some of that stuff, Tupapa lost the last 2 grand finals.
Yes.
And so they lost one to
Last year
Arorangi.
they lost to Avachu last year,
Yeah,
and the
and
year before to Arorangi.
Yeah, so they've lost to those 2 teams. So I wonder if there's a little bit of niggle that they're not in the grand final against Avachu, right? Just because of last year's,
yeah.
you know. But anyway, let's remember the year before they lost to Arorangi.
Yes.
Great dynamic. I love it. I love
love
it. I love it. So lots to play for. Both teams. I mean, Arorangi are passionate, man. That whole village rocks when they take that championship. So they want that bad.
They want it bad.
They want that bad. It's almost like Tupapa's to lose.
It really is. It's like the pressure could be on the Panthers. Like all those games they won this season, they've been undefeated. That doesn't mean anything now.
This is
80
the one.
minutes. That's
This is
all
the
that
one.
counts.
So I'm going to say this,
Yep.
and you can agree with me or not. I am picking Tupapa. They're just showing all season that there's not too many kinks in that armour of theirs. But I will say this. Arorangi need to play the perfect game. And what I mean by that is not one missed tackle, not one sin bin.
Oh, Sidman.
That shouldn't be that hard, but not one sin bin, not one disciplinary issue, and not one mistake. All right, I believe if they can complete those 3 things, right? Don't miss a tackle, no disciplinary issues, don't make a silly mistake in any form. They can actually win.
Yep.
I do believe they've got the tools to win. Now the question is, can they do those 3 things?
they do
And
it?
it's easy for me to say these words, but they've got to go out there on the paddock and deliver those things. And I know Coach Dion will be aware that he does have the skills there.
He has the tools.
Just can they do those key things to get that W? I'm hoping for like a 2-point win.
Ooh.
I'm hoping for it's only 2 points. I don't want to see a blowout. I don't want to see a 10-point, difference.
Yeah.
I hope it's really close. I hope it comes down to 1 minute. I would even love to see a golden point, mate.
Oh, turn it up, golden point.
I would love to see a golden point. So just putting it out there, we're both picking Tupapa, just basically on form.
On form.
But
But it could go the other way.
do you disagree with me?
Nah, it could go the other way. They got the tools, Arorangi, but I agree with you. Like those 3 things. Can they make no mistakes? Can they keep the discipline right? It's for 80 minutes under pressure. That's what it's all
I think
about.
I think it comes down to those 2 things. Their defense is pretty solid.
Their defense
is pretty solid, and our boy at the back, man.
Oh, Henry.
Henry, yeah. If you play like that,
Oh, bro.
they got a chance.
They got a chance, yeah.
You play like that, bro. They got a chance. So let's see. So it's all happening down there at the BCI Stadium. Get there nice and early, 10 o'clock for the little fellas, and then watch the 12s, 14s, 16s, 19s, and then our grand final happen. And I dare say, may the best team win. I'm just going to quickly check our weather forecast.
Get a weather report.
And it's going to be beautifully wet.
Oh, wet weather football, guys.
Oh man, I hope this is not. I hope this is not accurate. But rain or shine, get out there. Well, let's bring that up, Mata. In wet conditions.
Yes.
Wet conditions. Could that jinx the Panthers?
I think if it's really wet, I think this game's going to even up a lot. That Arorangi Bears got a massive pack. They can just work in the rain. It'll be a lot closer if it's raining.
So it could play into Arorangi's favour.
Yes.
Should the rain come falling down, they might start doing the rain dance. It's ready.
It's rain dancer, boys. Rain dancer.
Okay, my bro. I think that's a wrap. Always a pleasure.
Awesome, brother.
What
Get
a
down to
season.
the stadium, everybody. It's going to be packed. It's all on this weekend. Grand final weekend.
All right, Cook Islands Rugby League show. We're signing out. Ka kite. See you down there. Play league.
Or what?
Never looked like Mitchell. The crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild. They needed that. It's a good run. Good run. Being held down. They're all offside.
Play league or what?
Push the winger out of the way.